What is going on? I am zmoT, also known as the Anon Moose on the internets. Now, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be doing something ridiculous and silly, and I'm being very, very optimistic on this. I think it's going to happen. So stick around. We are going to attack Javanese with lots and lots of health. Then we're going to do a full map clear using Zooka, because I haven't done that in a long, long time. Have no idea how full my map is, but the fact that my VP is down about 25 means probably pretty full. Then maybe, just maybe, we'll do a warships attack, depending on how I feel. People have been complaining about mines and ruining their warriors. I just want to show you how to get around mines, and I feel like maybe we'll get into that if we have enough time towards the end, because at 3 engine rooms with warriors, 4 mines will just wreck your troops, but you can usually avoid all of them. So what we're going to do first and foremost is we're going to load Miss Brick, and we're going to load all sorts of good stuff. Now, this Javanese is a 300 Javanese, which doesn't really mean anything, but typically more cells means more health. And sure enough, we've got 2.834 million health. Lots and lots of health. And in the path that I always take, there's shock mines, just to make things a little bit... Usually I can just get rid of one of those mines, but shock mines would ruin my life. So we're just going to get into it. Only the microwaver over there, not in, I don't know, maybe there's a path over there people like to use. I don't ever walk on that side for the most part. So we're just going to get into this. This shock is one that I typically get, but now that I've mentioned that, I'm going to fail. Where I tap is where the green meets the beige, right there. Obviously you can't see where my finger is. I wish I could draw right now, but where the green meets the beige in the middle north to south of that machine gun, and you can get all 3 of the shock launchers and all 6 of these buildings here. Then we got 1 shock over here. Gonna delay that shock a little bit, because obviously with the delay we should be good. Anyways, let's just get into it. We are full boost, 5 troop damage, 5 GBE, which means we need to farm a little bit of GBE on the left hand side, because I'm gonna need at least 4 shocks, which means we're gonna need 58 GBE after 10 or 11 smokes to get to the back. So we're just gonna farm as much GBE as we can. Our Zookas are hopefully gonna stay out of the range of those rocket launchers. I would guess we shouldn't have a problem. I think the sniper towers are gonna get them before the rockets, so not a huge concern there, I don't think. Nonetheless, we'll give it a shot. Now, I know there are different paths to get to the back of Javanaise. This is just the one that I've always used, and so that's what I'm comfortable with. And if you guys have a better path, let me know if you guys use bad paths. And then it's not a bad path, it's just not the most efficient path, if that makes any sense. As soon as that last cell goes down, we're going to flare back into here. I'm not sure if looks like we've lost 0 Zookas, so pretty good start, pretty happy with that. Lots and lots of cells so far. We're gonna let them shake themselves up a little bit. They do a little bit of a fold. I like to fold my troops on top of one another just to get them nice and tightly grouped where possible. Now this is my favorite. This used to lag Boom Beach all the time. Look how incredibly long this flare is. I don't know if that's the longest javelin flare in the game, but it's got to be pretty darn close. Now that our Zookas are across that line, we're going to throw Miss Brick into the mix. Now I kind of think they go on the outside of that. Yes, a couple of them did. Got a little bit lucky there. I should know this. They don't get skinny until right about here, I think. Okay. The excitement is palatable, I think is the term. We're going to walk right to there. I like to use this little hidey hole right between the shock launcher and the cells. It makes the troops walk on a nice little path. Need to keep the delay. Man, that was close. Now we're going to go right up to here. Need to keep... Uh-oh. That's not a good start. I think the rocket launcher did not see us. So on that front, we're doing A-OK. And now we just need to land this shock right there, and that shock right there, and now we're off to the races. Now, second battle orders is going to be thrown. Second shock, and some critters to keep our Zookas alive. Is it gonna go down? I think it is. Look at that! I'm pretty happy with that. So, 2.85 million damage done to Javanaise. Nice little solo to start things off. I love Javanaise. That hit makes me happier than many, partially because it's just such a long walk, and I love throwing that ridiculously long flare. So I throw the long flare on complex as well, also on, what's that other one? I can't even think about it. So if you didn't know of a flare that you like to use that is ridiculously long, let me know, because I love it. Let's keep going. I can finally breathe again. I don't know about you guys, but once in a while, a couple op hits just like totally, not really take my breath away, but definitely get me thinking. And it's been a long day. I already went for a mountain bike ride, already did a bunch of work. So if you're wondering where my imitation game stuff is today, I mountain bike every Thursday. I've got an appointment in my calendar at work that shows that I have a conference call. Spoiler alert, I don't actually have a conference call. I just meet my wife and we go mountain biking every Thursday. It's my sanity. If you guys have any other, I don't know, I call that a life hack. I need it though. I need to get outside, and getting in the woods just makes life so much better. And sweating every day is the goal. So doesn't always happen that way, but I find that it just makes life better. So if you're not sure what the heck to do, just go outside. So that's why my videos on Thursdays tend to be a little bit late. Let's throw that, and we'll just throw lots of critters. I kind of assume we're just going to blow up the core. 5.5 full boost is just ridiculous, and this person had 2 ice with no shield. It's just not a contest though. So basically we could use any troops to take these bases down, but I figured let's do an all Zooka map clear, because I haven't done one in a long time for the YouTubes. So we've got 1, 2, oh man, I forgot to get my, this is going to be rough. So I didn't get my supply chest until 3 o'clock today. Gonna put me back a little bit. That explains why my VP, it's just awkward timing. Anyways, let's keep going. No, I wonder if we could actually barrage. Probably not. You can probably come very close to barraging the core with 163 GBE. I don't think we can get quite there though. So I'm going to get rid of you just because I'm being lazy. Probably didn't need to smoke shore, and if we did, it was only going to be 2 smoke, and we have tons and tons of GBE. But let's carry on. Now, one thing, if you want to be a ridiculously strong beast player, yes, I'm calling myself a beast player. After that hit, I feel like I almost maybe deserve to be it, but what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the best training task force in the history of Boom Beach. Yes, I am all about the hyperboles today, feeling extra good, so we might as well throw some hyperboles in there, do some hyperbowling. Novice 9 is looking for players, and we have all sorts of ridiculously strong, beastly players that are in that task force trying to teach you how to do Zooka attacks, how to solo bases, and how to best upgrade your troops, and all of those wonderful things that are required at the low levels. So if you're looking for a task force, I will show you the best one in the history of task forces. Let's have a look here. Hyperbowling like a champion today. Novice 9. Right? Oh, what the heck? Novice nice. No, we're not nice. Well, I guess we kind of are. But right in here. So anyone who is XP 0 to XP 32. If you're new to the game, if you've got a second account, come jump in, and there are some ridiculously good. You'll notice Callus right in here is also right over here, co-leader in this task force. So bunch of beast players have accounts in both of those. So jump into Novice 9, get some op hits underneath your belt, and then you can progress through all of our wonderful things. Now this I like to do these bases in a ridiculous fashion. So you can actually flare the headquarters here. So I like to take the challenge and do it. I don't necessarily recommend doing this unless you have instant training, but at the same time, when someone, I like to hope that people watch replays, because if they do watch replays, they're like, what just happened? So We're going to walk all the way into here. We're going to crush this base and hopefully lose 0 or close to 0 troops. That zmo will take some, but I'm okay with that. So let's get all the way back into here. We're going to go 1 and 2. Brick, I think, just died. Yes, she did. I like to throw critters into the smoke. That way the zmo doesn't bother us all that much. And then we're going to shock in here and here and here and medkits and just blowing up cores. Let's throw a barrage on top wide as well. They've got all offensive statues. So I really like hitting that super tight flare just because Sky Shields, they think they're being clever, but it's even more fun with Warriors, I gotta say. But with Zookas, not so bad. Samuel, sorry, not quite. Now, again, just trying to show the ridiculous attacks. Anytime I see a hot pot that is anywhere close to the core, I like to sit on top of it. It's just my thing. If you guys like to use hot pots, also please do let me know. But my favorite, I've got to say, is putting some sort of prototype troop and or Scorchers on top of the hot pot, because it just looks so absolutely ridiculous, and so it's just, I don't know. Anyways, 1, 2, 3. You cannot let the hot pot pop up is part of the issue. Now, why I like to use all sorts... hot pot just popped up. Remember how I said you can't let it pop up? Well, there is our first problem. I think we're going to fail. Maybe. Oh, no. Okay, so barely snuck that one out. Have not seen a green... That person has a green statue at 1230 VP. That is something you don't see every day. A green statue is typically in the 300, 400 VP range, maybe up as high as 700. So to see one at 1200 is just baffling. Not well-suited statues. Green statues do serve a purpose for people who don't play the game. Red and purples for people who do play the game. But so to each your own, obviously, and there's many ways to play and all those fun things, but green statues at 1200 VP, you're clearly playing the game, so it doesn't make a ton of sense in my opinion, but no one asked for my opinion, so we'll just carry right along and hopefully get this base down. Is there no shield gens right now or something? It just feels kind of strange right about now, because I haven't seen a single shield, and I saw them all for the last day or so, or week or something. But we're gonna go critter, shock. I mean, we can just shock literally everything around us, and there's not a lot of concerns. That's what people ask for, a full boost Zooka map clear. You can throw like 5-6 shocks and blow up the core in seconds. So my preference is to clear map without full boost, because I find it's a little bit more fun and interesting. But if you guys want to see this, you guys want to see this, and I'm not going to deny you. So let's keep moving forward. I am going to try and sit on that hot pot. There's no reason to walk all the way back there, but I want to do it, so we're going to do it. Let's get back. I think there's even more mines behind that. I'm going to throw one more barrage. I've thrown so much GBE this attack that I hope we have enough GBE to shock the actual hot pot. Now you'll notice that oh man, those are not good. This is not off to a flying start at all. So this attack could be in a bit of trouble if we hit any mines whatsoever. I've thrown a ton of GBE, so I think we should be okay, but we'll find out in 1 second. Brick is not quite yet getting hit by that zmo, so I'm feeling somewhat confident. Look at that, all troops on top of the hot pot. Critters, shock, and then down. Oh, and it didn't go. Oh man, that's the problem, is if you're sitting on top of a hot pot and you get hit by a mortar or anything, they just get poofed. Like, all troops are just stacked so tightly they get blown up, and that was bad. Okay, so let's try one more time. What have we got for our tribal boosts right now? Heavy health. Okay, well, let's just do that then. Might as well throw all sorts of heavies on top of that hot pot, and I think with brick, I can't even pick heavies though. I think with brick, I just can't select heavies to save my life. Let's go. Come on, heavies. Right there. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go back to my room. Oh, there's a good one. We can. There's another title right there. Let's call. That's almost like a segue, like I planned it. Let's get this rocking and rolling. We'll attack Mr. Squiggles with heavies and see if we can't get, what is that, 48 heavies on top of a hot pot. That sounds like something that would go down in someone's room, perhaps. Not sure that I'd want to be there for that. Too many dudes, sausage party. Let's go right into here. Oh, look at that. Way better smoking. And of course, it happens with Mr. Heavies. Still not super ideal, though, gotta say. Let's keep walking. Get the heavies going. I am incredibly curious to see what the actual SevenEight decides to shoot. I kind of assume Brick is going to die, but we'll find out very quickly here. Looks like Brick has managed to stay alive through some feat of awesomeness. Let's just throw some med kits that aren't going to do anything for us. Maybe some critters. I don't think it's going to go. Brick, battle orders. There we go. Getting better. All sorts of heavies on the hot pot. Boom, shaka, laka. He's heating up. Okay, come on, NBA Jam. I remember playing this basketball game like it was yesterday, and the guys' names were like Jordy Michaels and things, just blatant ripoffs. I don't remember. If you can remember what game that is without looking it up, I will be incredibly impressed. I think it was like a generic like shareware. Remember shareware when I used to get floppy disks? Man, just old. Let's go. Used to go down to Radio Shack and buy floppy disks with like 35 games. Like that's just pathetic that 35 games fit on a floppy disk in the first place. Now, to be fair, I was one of the first people to have my dad, we had a VCR before anyone, we had a computer before anyone, just didn't have a ton of money. He was just super interested in this stuff, which I am incredibly thankful for because it got me where I am today, playing Jumpman on the Commodore 64 in my parents' kitchen on Christmas morning. Come on. Such good memories. Let's go! Medkits on top of Zookas, blowing things up like a crazy person. I feel like I grew up at like the perfect time, right on the cusp of all of the awesome stuff. Nintendo, come on. Beating Super Mario for the first time, getting like infinite lives, jumping on the turtle shell on the stairs and stuff. So good. We didn't actually have a Nintendo until it was far later on. That's more of a toy than a actual tool. So that's the difference right there. Let's get this. Map is clear. 17%, 14% is where you want your radar to be if you're pushing VP. I'm sure I've gone over that. Let's finish this video up with a couple quick warships hits. Hopefully I can get some good ones. This account, I am doing the top path where we're going to go through here and then down, maybe get rocket launchers later, but we're going to go down this way. Another account, I'm going down through brick, but for this one, we're going along the top. So I do have shocks, but do not have anything terribly fun yet. So 4 mines will completely ruin my attack. Now for these ones, what I've been doing is just abandoning a couple boats of warriors, just flaring back in here with warriors. Please try your best to do ground flares. They make such a big difference if you can do a ground flare. Your troops, see how that nice little leisurely or orderly line they walked in, I should say, not leisurely. And then we're just going to leave those dudes to die because bringing them back, we're going to have to smoke them back and lose a bunch of GBE. And if they happen to get an extra building down, yay, but they didn't. So now that that's done, what I like to do is send my warriors, all these mines, that minefield there would completely ruin our attack. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk up into here. That mortar is hopefully not going to hit us. It did hit us though. And then we're going to go up into here, and we should be able to get by hitting only a couple mines. I think 1, 2, and then we can get onto that headquarters, that engine room I should say. Now if I throw out a shock there and a shock there, getting that engine room down. Now, hopefully getting all the way back. Gonna try to throw 1 smoke. Don't know if we can pull this off. Now, obviously, if we had missed Brick, I feel like we would probably have done a little bit better. But we still got 3 engine rooms down, which is the goal. And the fact that he had or she had so many mines laid out, we managed to avoid basically all of them and get 3 engine rooms down. I mean, pretty darn good. With Brick, I found you can just mow through everything because they just start attacking so quickly. This account does have instant training, but avoiding those mines is incredibly important because you just don't want to lose all of your wars. One of my accounts does not have instant training, and with warriors, I'm finding that I'm retreating a lot more than I have been in the past. This person only has 2 engine rooms. Now this is actually a good mine layout. Look at that. They've got all their mines. I can't walk that path. Can't walk this path along here. So what we're going to do is do something a little bit different. We're going to do a nice flare down into here. We're going to get our warriors nice and wide. And then, oops, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to leave, what you can do is you can actually leave 1 boat of warriors slightly ahead of the rest and let them clear all of the mines. You see how we've got a couple warriors that are going to be our mine clearing dudes, and then we can get right into here. Everspark doing absolutely nothing for us in this attack, but you can actually use her to get a couple mines cleared, and so what she can actually do is she can help you clear a couple mines at shore, and I find that she can be 3 engine rooms. When I said they only had 2 engine rooms, I was clearly not paying attention, did not see that 3rd engine room at all, so that was a complete and utter bust, but at least we still won. That got a little bit lucky there. I think at 14, I don't think I've already been to 14. We're just making our way back there. So 1 more attack, and then we'll call it a day. We're going to be at about 25 minutes. Long video, but not too... see this same thing. They got all their mines. All we need to do is walk the line, just like old Johnny Cash used to do. That was Johnny Cash, right? And we're going to try our best. I mean, if you drop Miss Everspark right about here, you can get her to clear a couple mines, but we don't care because we're going to do a nice and orderly ground flare. With warriors, you should be doing ground flares. It's that simple. Whether you're on warships or on regular PvP mode, please do give our lovely ground flares a chance. They work so well. What I'm tempted to do, I was almost tempted to go to that back engine room first, but I think because they're all single shots, we should be able to get back there with some troops left alive. We're going to lose, but on the plus side, getting that extra chest. This season, I really don't care about winning. This season, for me, is all about farming chests. I probably should get up to that gold tier, but I just haven't had time. For me, I get the chests, I close warships. It's that simple. Getting the free intel, getting the rewards, and then getting ready for later on in the season. There is lots and lots of time left this season. 24 days, 8 hours, so I'm not super urgent about it. Now, you probably should be if you want to place higher. The faster you can get to extra engine rooms, the better. I'm leaving this engine room right here. I'm still being charitable. For the next 2-3 days, getting all of those people who made tech tree decisions that they're regretting, lifting them up, and then eventually we'll move that engine room and put some defenses around it and stuff. Let me know if you're still giving that charity engine room or not. Also, let me know which portion of this video you enjoyed, whether it's PvP or an operation attack or warships, or the fact that we did all 3 in one go. Obviously, we didn't do the Mega Crab because the Mega Crab is gone. You know what? I'm going to do... I like to leave War Factory up I actually do save the core because I'm trying to push VP a little bit. By saving warships there, it gives my VP a chance to go up higher by leaving it at 17%, 14%. So this account, I probably won't finish War Factory. I just leave it up and then go to bed and call it a night. Speaking of calling it a night and going to bed, that's it for me. That's all. I'm zmoT. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully something entertained you. Are you not entertained? And I shall talk to you later. Thanks for coming in. I'm zmoT. Peace.